I like playing with words, figuring out words and shit. So I'm gonna just go with this little download. I don't even know where I'm going with this, but hopefully we can learn some shit together. So that's what it's about. So I don't know what the fuck made me. I heard blue states, and when I heard blue states, like, cause they sending immigrants to all the blue states, pretty much. Like anyone that's going to Florida is going to get a ship to Texas or Delaware. Anyone in Texas getting shipped to DC, pretty much. Those sanctioned states, right? So I guess democracy states, sanctioned states, those sanctuary states. So boom. So when I said to myself, Democrats, I said Republicans. So something told me to look up publican, right? Because you know the United States is the corporation for United States of America. This is why black people need to claim your nationality, because you're in the U.S. jurisdiction where you're not supposed to be, right? So boom, publican, not Republican, but publican. Number one, it says British, a person who owns or manages a pub. They said it was British because that's what the British is doing. It started off in British. It started off in UK, the United Kingdom. It started off in the United Kingdom of Israel because Israel represents Satan. Israel was Jacob. Jacob was Yaqub. Yaqub was the big brain scientist, right? A brother, right? He was a big brain scientist. Shout out to my baby mom who put me on to this shit before my daughter was born. But yeah, you can look up on YouTube big brain scientists, right? So Jacob was Yaqub, right? Because they didn't have J's back then, like how they do now in the English text. So when you go back and put it to its origin, it shows you the real name. So then the real names goes with the real stories. So I mean, it still kept it a little similar how Jacob separated the flock from the black and white. Yaqub, you know, he was the type of scientist that was interested in cytogenetics. He was a cytogenetic scientist. Talking about the splicing of the cells. This is why I've been on your ass about the cells and this new energy cycle we in. You hear a lot of people might be on a spiritual thing, a lot of people might not. I be on my own thing. It's just I'm spiritual. So like the thing is, people are saying it and people not figuring it out. Like we going into the 5D. It's energy, right? So just look back on your past, like in the 80s or the 90s, how certain people were speaking out against the system. Their DNA was unlocking from the energy, because a lot of older people was born in the third dimension. 1994 was going into the fourth. 27 years later, and this 369 energy, we're going into the fifth dimension. Reason they need 5G and 6G. So back to what I was saying. We're talking about this corporation, the ops. Boom. Publican is a person who owns or manages a hub. So, I mean, a pub. Pub is really the second syllable. Li, or Li, is the third. Can is the fourth. Publican, as a word altogether, means a person who owns or manages a hub. In ancient Roman and biblical times, it was a collector of taxes. Starting quotes, publicans and sinners, ending quote. Publicans and sinners, ending quote. Publicans and sinners, ending quote. So boom, that's publican. Let's look up pub, because what is pub is short for publication, publicity, public. Pub is short for public house. The British have been drinking ale in pubs, public houses, or houses since the Bronze Age, which was the Golden Age. The Bronze Age serving traditional English ale, which was made solely from fermented malt and distinctive to each ale house. A place, meaning pub in English, a place especially in Great Britain or Ireland where alcohol drinks can be bought and drunk and where food is often available. Okay, so you know alcohol is a spirit-based thing. That's why when you drink it, it's easier for entities to attack you. That's why you gotta. It's why I say it's imperative to be in your higher space. I've been in the lower space. That's why I don't drink when it comes to emotions. That's why you shouldn't even take drugs when to deal with emotions, because that corrupts your brain and it will leave you on the root until you clean it all up. So boom. That's why you look up most of your alcohol is spirit based. Look into that. We want to move on. What is a pub culture? Pub culture is an integral part of British life, especially student life. Pubs are place is a place to go socialize, relax, have a drink. It's something you should experience if you want to. So, say like Biden, he's a sorcerer. He's in control of these spirits. Because if you control the spirit, you can control the souls. So Lee, right, is a Chinese unit distance equal to the amount of 0.3 miles. Let's see what it means in Greek. Li, when it comes to landscape, it means Long Island. The native name for Long Island, like in New York, is Palmanock. Sounds like some native indigenous shit. Let's look it up. Palmanock. Deals with a trail. Hmm. But U.S. is a Long Island, just separated from its original continent, is Africa. That's not Africa, it's still the Americas. This is really Africa and the United States and South in the Americas. It's the same, yeah. So let's see, Lycan. What the fuck is that? Okay, so Lycan, right? This is weird, yo. That's what I'm saying, bro. I be just coming, I be finding shit, bro. I'm actually kind of good at it. Sounds kind of crazy right now, but it's gonna tie into some other shit in the future. I just know. So maybe it's somebody who's gonna see it and already know. Me, it's coming along. So, if you know about these beans and how at their original state they grow tails and shit. Alright, so look at that. So far, we looked up Publican, that was saying being in charge of a hub. We looked up Lee, we talked about the Long Island. Now that we looked up Lycan, that's why I look up Lican. This motherfucker won't pop up. We're not even gonna go into that. I'm gonna just peep game on this video, and then another video I'm gonna go into it. Maybe we are gonna go into it. Our laboratories ensures that processes of harvesting and processes of raw material is leaking food. Just saw what a fucking Lycan was as a species, right? Let's see the meaning. We didn't even look at the meaning. The meaning of Flintstone. The meaning of the name Lycan is Flintstone. Category: Argentine names, Chilean names. Some creatures that's running around like that too. I don't even know what the fuck that said, but you can read that. Big game. Cause I'm gonna read it. But I'm just trying to record. What the fuck? Alright. Alright, so Lycan, the origin of settler girl name. Lycan, Flintstone, categories. Meaning of Lycan is Flintstone. Flintstone means a massive, dark, hard, dark quartz that produce a spark when struck by steel. An implement of flint used in prehistoric cultures. This flint is an exceptional grounding stone that extracts Earth's periodic vibration to assist in advancing one's ability to channel energies. To channel, it's predominantly gray, but can also be found as black, brown, red, pink, green, white, light yellow. Flint is a common material that can be found on beaches, rivers, lakes. Large commercialized deposits can seen in countries such as United States, Belgium, Germany, United Kingdom, Poland, Switzerland, and Romania. Because when a delta comes in, it brings in different settlements and rocks and shit like that. But like if you crack open a certain rock, it actually has a living cell inside of that. So all it takes is a certain frequency of the UV to make it grow or whatever like that. That's how you even grew from an embryo. Is what I'm saying. It's some satanic shit. Because remember, Satan was a cytogenetic person, scientist, and he's like a Zeta great now. To the most part, he needs the code. Feel me? Shit like that. Whoop-de-whoop. So boom. Continue on what the fuck I was saying. Okay, so the ancient arrowheads that were made out of flint, and other weapons made out of flint during the Stone Age. Aside from the creations of weapons and tools, flint was usually used as a building material during the Middle Ages. This material was especially utilized in the United Kingdom to build churches, houses, small terrace castles, and protective barriers. And what were they trying to copy with that? Boom. Meaning and energy, flint is exceptional grounding stone that extracts Earth's purest vibration. It assists in advancing one's ability to channel energy throughout their emotional and physical body. This energy is raw and extremely potent, just aiding one on their quest of self-discovery by simply meditating with flint and using it as a talisman of ancient power. One can consciously see layers of who they once were. This experience brings your past life to the surface and enables you to draw knowledge from these events. These experiences can happen during deep meditating sessions, but also dream cycles in Flint if Flint is near you. There's so much to learn about this stone, and thought its appearance isn't flattering, is truly a sleeper crystal. Working with the constantly Working with it constantly will allow your aura to become attached to the stone. That's what a flint stone look like. Carrying a flint. When you go grab your normal set of crystals that carry daily, add flint to the collection and ask yourself, did I notice anything different about myself? I may be having the slightest change. It's like when you wake up, but you can tap into these crystals. And most of these crystals are part of your body, anyways. And it's part of nature. It grows. It's the reason how the energy channels with the plasma energy on the ground. That's even how crystals are made from rocks and dirt. From feel me? Ain't nothing evil about that. It's nature. It's a part of you. You're making you a crystalline being. So boom. So alright, so you're governing a pub, right? And it's these werewolf type of people. Well, I mean, not say werewolf because I don't know exactly, but it's people that grow tails and grow fur. So when you add that together with what I just said, because a Lycan is also a flintstone. So the flintstones was used for ancient shit, buildings, monuments, all of that, from the natural Egyptian shit to the future. See, I knew this shit was going somewhere. They say Roman, right? But Roman try to imitate shit. But the thing about our stones, it was that and granite, with that and different other stuff, right? So thing is with that, they have to govern that, right? Because they tell you everything is in Africa, right? But it's really been here. They told you everything in reverse, even with the slave trade. That is their job to do so, right? And now there's this energy that even what a flintstone would connect to is connected to the indigenous beings. So that being said, now that the energy is moving up, they're scared. So now they're also trying to fuck up your chemistry with this land. Feel me? You know how they governing, keeping you away from you. Keep game. I would go deeper into that. I ain't really think about it. Like I said, get it. It was just something I was thinking of, and now I know it's going somewhere. So I'm actually about to make a lecture about it. Just give me like a week, maybe end of the day. Peace.